Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living and Mayhem Preparedness. This is just for my Patreon viewers, guys. I had something really weird and interesting. I don't know if interesting is the word or not. I'm doing a little bit of driving still, trying to get a whole bunch of stuff taken care of so I can take off for 4 or 5 days after or around Thanksgiving. I'll be having to write reports, so I won't be off, but I won't be having to travel. I went over to the old property to grab something before I went out of town, and I had to go onto our second gate. And if any of you have watched for any length of time, you know at the old property we had a main gate, and then we had a gate to our shop side where we kept just, for other stuff. And so I was on the shop side gate, and I unlocked the gate, and I'm in my car. It doesn't make a lot of noise, and I always carry a gun with me anyway. And so I went, unlocked the gate, kind of pushed it open, and drove on through. And inside the gate on my property, there was a guy pooping. How about that? Let me say that again. There was a guy with his shoes off pooping behind the privacy fence. Now I know you're saying, well, that's kind of weird, Darren. Why did he have his shoes off? Because he was wiping his butt with his socks. Yes. How about that? For a Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Dude was pooping in my yard, wiping his butt with socks. And he looked up and said, "Oh, hey," kind of stuff. I said, "Who are you? Why are you doing this? Get off my property." And he was kind of stuttering and, well, I had to. And one of the reasons that we decided to move was because we saw a whole bunch of people start kind of coming in, and we live very rural out there, but people were starting to come in, these scruffy looking guys and girls carrying backpacks and everything. And what they do is they cook drugs, meth, in certain areas. So you'll see them wearing, scruffy looking people wearing these really clean backpacks. That's kind of the kind of backpacks I have. Mine are all stained up and got stuff stitched on it to make it hold together. And they carry stuff to these locations where they cook drugs, mainly meth. And I said, "I tell you what," I said, "you're on my property and you're trespassing." I said, "I want you to know my name. My name is Mr. Taylor." I said, "If you come on my property again, I'm going to make you eat what just came out of your butt." And he looked down at his pile of poop, and he looked at me. I said, "Get off my property now, or I'm going to shoot you." And he said, "Yes, sir, Mr. Taylor, I'll get off." I said, "Tell your friends, if any of you come onto my property through my fence," I said, "I will shoot you." I said, you can walk up and down the road all you want to. That is your right." I said, "If you come onto my property, I will shoot you, and I will not even call law enforcement." Now, law enforcement has about a 45-minute response time out where we live. We live or lived very, very rurally. We actually live further out now, but we are in an incorporated town that actually has a law enforcement. We did not have any kind of, we had no fire protection or law enforcement or anything like that. Whatever happens, you just take care of it on your own. So, even in a very rural area, and I know you're going to say, well, okay, that little township that we lived in previously was about 600 people. That was it. We moved to one that had about, or that has about maybe 1,800 or 2,000 people over a larger area, but we have street lights and stuff like that now. We didn't have, you know, if you wanted the street lights, you put it up and you paid for it yourself. So bear that stuff in mind, guys. We are about to enter an area, or an era rather, that we have not experienced before. Be very careful, be observant, and like I said, I was just lucky enough to I always carry a gun. You know, always carry a gun. So be very careful, be very diligent. I was talking to my wife last night, and she said, the hooch. I told her about it today, and she just couldn't believe it. And so it just reinforces the stuff that I say, because there was a time when I would not let my wife go out after dark. And she and I talked about this because my niece reminded me. She said, I can't believe you let her go to the store. And I said, well, Walmart is about, you know, just up the road from us, and we're in an area, and plus she has a gun with her as well. And she said, well, when I lived with you, you used to never let us do that. I said, exactly, because we were in a very, very remote area. And you know, guys, with everything that's going on, I told my wife, I said, we are going to reinstitute that. We don't go anywhere once the sun goes down, unless we're going to dinner together as a family. So there are no more quick trips to the corner gas station by yourself anymore. Once the sun goes down, we don't do it. Regardless of who is in office, politically or anything like that, doesn't matter, doesn't make a doodly. There are strange times coming. Be aware, be vigilant, don't live in fear, but be aware, and keep your family very close. And if you schedule events and things like that, perhaps it's best to schedule to where 2 or 3 family members are going to one place. There is safety in numbers, and there's always an extra pair of eyes or hands. Something that just kind of struck me as very funny, not in a ha-ha way, but in like a, that's kind of funny, odd, unusual, because never would have seen that happen. And it has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the degradation of our just society as a whole. Watch for that kind of stuff. Be aware. Be vigilant. Remind your family in the parking lots, at the grocery stores. Don't stand there and play with your keys. As soon as you walk out the door at the Walmart, you should have your keys in your hand and on your little remote fob to click it and unclick it. Put your stuff in, be aware. I can't tell you how many times I've had people start to walk up to me at Walmart, people dressed nicer than me, yelling across the parking lot saying how homeless they are and how hungry they are, and they're wearing, you know, clean, nice, you know, $200 pairs of tennis shoes, and I just open my jacket up, show them my gun. I say, don't come any closer. And they look at me and they just walk away. And they said, but I'm hungry. I said, sell your shoes. I don't care. I can give you a number for some group, but I'm not getting robbed by you today. Because that's what 90% of them do. There is a really good food bank soup kitchen in our area, and we are actually going to start doing some stuff and helping out around there. I might do some videos of that, and maybe that would bring some attention to those areas, not to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, but hey, this is what this group is doing. That would be something. It might be a good idea for us to do that, especially even in around the holidays. Well, the stuff I'm going to tell you, there have been times when I have been the person waiting on the receiving end of some sort of handout, and I can tell you stories about that, but we're running into 12 minutes already, so I'll save that for another video for you guys. I thank you for everything that you guys are doing. Don't worry, the stuff, you know, the help that you guys provide, it is not, it's not going to beer and cigarettes, I'll tell you that. Dang it. I miss my beer, but we're not doing that anymore. Thank you very much for everything you guys do. Take care of your people. This is really some strange times. I'm not going to try to talk very political anymore, because I don't know if there's much of a political divide anymore as there is a haves and have-nots. It's not a Democrat or a Republican. It's the people that have and the people that don't have. And anyway, I'm rambling now. Guys, you guys be safe. Watch out. Take care of everything. I know it's hard to do. It's a big bite. Take care of everything. Take care of your people.